She often said, "May we have a peaceful day today?" But peaceful days were rare. One strange Friday. One Friday morning, Miss Farah noticed something unusual. Her students were arguing loudly, again. But this time she didn't feel angry. She felt inspired. She remembered a story she heard in a teacher's cluster meeting. Students behave better when they help make the rules. She took a deep breath, clapped her hands, and said, "Boss, today I'm not giving rules. You will." The whole class froze. "Hmm? We will make rules?" asked Sana, the class chatterbox. "Yes," Miss Farah smiled. "You know the problems better than me, so you will tell me the solutions." Brainstorming on borrowed chart paper. Miss Farah didn't have new chart paper, so she grabbed one thrown behind the cupboard, a faded chart from last year's Urdu competition. She flipped it and gave it to the class. "Write 3 things that disturb our class," she said. The students jumped into groups. They wrote, "Too much shouting, fighting in line, throwing wrappers, not listening." Then they wrote solutions: use indoor voice, make a straight line, keep classroom clean, raise hand before speaking. But the funniest suggestion came from little Bilal. Rule number 5: no bullying. Even the monitor cannot act like a prime minister. Everyone burst into laughter, even Miss Farah. The rules go up. The class decorated the chart with pencil patterns because there were no colors. Some girls used eyeliner to make borders. Yes, Kajal does wonders. When the chart was hung on the wall, the class clapped like they had won PSL. Miss Farah announced, "Every week 2 class leaders will help monitor our rules." Students sat straighter. Suddenly, everyone wanted leadership. Even Bilal, who once ran away from homework, said, "Miss, I want to be leader also, but only on Wednesday." The magic begins. Something surprising happened the next day. During lineup, Sana whispered to Amina, "Remember rule number 2, straight line." During break, 2 girls picked up litter without being told. During class, a boy reminded his friend, "Raise hand, don't shout." The class wasn't perfect, but something had changed. The students felt important. They felt responsible. The head teacher notices. One afternoon, the head teacher, Madam Tahira, walked past class 5. She stopped. "Why is this class so quiet? Is everyone absent?" she asked. Miss Farah laughed and explained the new system. Madam Tahira said excitedly, "If your class can do this, the whole school can." A school-wide plan. The next Monday assembly, Class 5 presented their rules. Younger students admired them like celebrities. Soon, every class created its own rules. Weekly class leaders were chosen. A good news wall was made from leftover cardboard. Teachers wrote small praises. Class 3 made a perfect line today. Class 1, no fighting this week. Class 5, our behavior heroes. Fights reduced. Litter reduced. Noise reduced. Parents said, "Madam, our children are even correcting us at home." And one day, the head teacher proudly said, "We didn't need more money, we needed more ownership." And everyone remembered. The change began in one room with one teacher who trusted her students. Discussion questions for teachers. Reflecting on the story. What was the turning point in Miss Farah's classroom? Why did students respond better when they created their own rules? Which characters or moments in the story reminded you of your own school? Connecting to your school. What behavior issues are most common in your school? Noise, fighting, late coming, etc. How can you involve students in solving these issues? What simple resources, even low cost or recycled, can you use to display class rules? Planning for action. What would be your first step to start a similar program in your school? Which students could you choose as weekly leaders? Why? How can teachers and the head teacher work together to create a positive school culture? Sustainability. What will you do to keep students consistently motivated over weeks and months?